Hello everyone, welcome back to the Ritual Flow. For today's reading, we'll be doing a monthly reading for the sign of Gemini. So if you are a Gemini sun, moon, rising, or any other placement you're feeling called to take a look at, then these messages are for you. Please keep in mind this is a general reading, so take what resonates, leave what does not. Don't try to force something to fit if it's not matching your energy or your situation. This reading is timeless as well, so if you're seeing this at some time after April of 2024, that's just an indicator that right now is a better time for you to hear these messages. Okay, let me go one more, or two, or oh, actually that's three. Okay, so what's important for you this month, Gemini, is making sure your priorities are in order. With how you're conducting your life. There may be an important decision that you have to make in order to get things sort of balanced correctly. You're going to have to put choose to set something aside, to put something on the back burner, and to bring something else forward that may have been on the back burner for a while. It's like a shifting of your focus. So I want to clarify this Lover's card in a moment to get a little more detail. But this is giving a vibe that toward the beginning of the month, like your mind is focused on a partnership that deeply aligns with your values, with your desires, and with your destiny. This is giving the impression that this is a connection that feels otherworldly in some way. And I don't know, it feels like you're not like in this connection presently, but it's something that's on your mind. It feels like something preventing you from making this like more of just like more than just a fantasy is like thoughts and like reminiscing about the past, or like thinking about the past, where you've been, what's happened in the past. Something about your previous experience is making it more difficult for you to move toward this, even though you're thinking a lot about it. And here we've got the Three of Wands. So like you're being encouraged to shift your focus. That's what I said earlier. Because while your attention is on the past, on what happened, what could have been, what went wrong with some other scenario, or in this with this person, whatever the case may be, placing your attention on the past keeps you like recycling that energy, and like puts a restriction on holds you back. It's almost this energy of like living in the past in your mind and in your feelings. And when you're placing your attention there, you can't place your attention on the future that you're wanting to move toward, thinking about moving toward, to some degree. It's almost like this splitting of your attention. I feel like a similar energy came through in someone else's reading. I can't remember if it was maybe Leo or Scorpio, perhaps. Maybe it was Cancer. I don't know. Anyway, check your other placements if you would like to get a little more insight on you personally. I recommend looking at sun, moon, and rising. But yeah, like shifting your thoughts away from the past, sort of like releasing that, letting that go, and focusing more on what's ahead, what's going to allow you to grow, and moving toward that, first mentally, and then, things in your physical life will follow that. There's going to be like a sudden turn of events toward the end of the month that really shakes things up. This is either gonna like put you feeling more in control, or like set an appropriate boundary. Okay. Yeah, like whatever this event is that like causes a disruption, that shake things up, it triggers you to set a clear boundary. And that's what's gonna make this a little bit easier for you to sort of like shut out this attachment to the past, and allow you to move forward and feel much more free and excited to see what's coming next. Rather than, it feels like it's rather than worrying about recreating the past or like reliving what you've already been through. It feels like that's what the worry and preoccupation with the past is. It's like thinking back to things that have happened and like wanting so much to like not go through that again, to not like recreate that experience in your next endeavor. But the more you think about what happened in the past as like a means to like safeguard against it, the more you're putting your attention on that, the greater the likelihood is that you're going to create that for yourself again. So the best thing you can do is set that boundary, let that go, and only think in a positive light about how you can do something different, like choose something different for yourself in the future. Like obsessing about trying to avoid the same scenario again draws that same scenario to you. If you put your mind on like visions of something new, like thinking about all the possibilities about how much different something can be in the future, the more you think about that different scenario, the greater the likelihood is that that's what you're creating for yourself. So the underlying energy here is like one of deception and illusion, kind of strategy is coming through here as well. It's like you're deceiving yourself by thinking that as long as you keep the past in mind, that you can avoid it again, because like that's not how energy works. That's not how the universe works. Like, you have to see that the more you focus on that, the more you're going to be reliving it. So what you need here is a different strategy, like one of just completely setting aside everything that's already happened to you and only focusing on like things being better, things being different from here on out. Okay, let's clarify some of this. Let's look at the Two of Pentacles first. The Hierophant. Ooh, what's this? Judgment. Let me get one more, please. Okay, yeah. These both came out. And you got to think about what you want your future to look like. And you've got to make a decision about it. It's not easy, but it has to be done. There's been a lot of like mental back and forth, restless energy within you when it comes to this situation. Like going back and forth between like the past and the future, and should I do this? Should I do that? And you need to be clearly communicate. Like, once you make this decision, clearly communicate like where you're headed, like what your boundaries are, what your vision is. Like, clearly communicate your vision, like what things are going to be for you moving forward. Because what this choice is between, it's between conforming to like what's expected of you, societal standards, like old traditions, like old ways of doing things, and really connecting with your soul's true path, your soul's calling, what your spirit wants to do. Like this is an energy of a very practical sort of material, physical sort of experience. Like choosing to conform to and work within the rules of the mundane world. It's like a what you see is what you get sort of energy. But this Judgment here, that's an energy of believing in something more, a desire or a willingness to disregard the status quo and pursue what's truly right for your own unique experience in this life. Let's look at the Lovers. Four of Pentacles. something about this idea, this like fantasy of a very well matched and aligned partnership. There's something about your daydreaming of that. Oh, these are all coming out in reverse. There's something about like when you think about that, there's all of these like positive aspects that are present that like draw your thoughts to this person, to this dynamic. But then there's this negativity underlying it. It's like there's a lot of fear here. It's like there's a fear of losing money and therefore stability. There's a fear of like not being able to achieve this partnership, to like manifest it truly, that it's just a fantasy, that it's just an ideal, that it's not real. But there's also a fear of like missing an opportunity with it. There's a lot of, it feels like lack and worry happening here. Can I please get one more? Okay. Okay, 9 of Wands, the Star, and 4 of Wands. This is a test of your faith, your boundaries, like your defensiveness to some degree, because this is a very defensive energy, like worrying about losing money, worrying about losing out, worrying about, and on the other side of that, worrying about not being able to achieve what you actually want to achieve, like this goal, this dream, this vision. But it's like you're coming up with all of these reasons why you can't achieve it, like through these fears, like fear of losing money, or like not having enough money to pursue this, to meet this goal. But like in actuality, there's a lot to celebrate here. There's a lot to there's a lot of stability to find. It's like there's a fear of things being unstable, and therefore a fear of committing to this dream, this vision, this person. And that fear of committing fully to it is the exact thing that will make it unachievable. That like you can manifest that for yourself by buying into those fears. If you start to believe that it's achievable and that things can work out despite anything that you worry about, and like agree with yourself to pursue it, not just like tentatively and cautiously, but to pursue it like wholeheartedly, and just like taking this attitude of like, you know what? This is what I want, and this is what I'm going for it. You know, like not having the misconception that just because you want it so bad that everything will go smoothly. Like it's not a delusory. I don't know if that. It's not like a delusion to believe that this can work out. It's an expression of your energy that like you want this so much that like you're not willing to accept failure as an option. It's that sort of energy. So when you choose to be like, I'm all in, and I'm not going to give up. Whatever comes up, I'll get past it. I'll get through it to reach my goal, rather than coming up with excuses and ideas of all the things that could go wrong, or you know, that sort of thing. Because if you focus on all the things that could go wrong, you're going to call them into your life and they will go wrong. But the more you believe that you can overcome whatever challenges there are on the way to connecting fully with this person and this dynamic, then that's what you're going to achieve. So, and I think these worries about security and money and the things that could go wrong are tied to that past experience, because that's how your mind is getting there. Let's look at the Six of Cups. Whoa. Okay. But the King of Wands, Two of Wands reversed. Okay. Yeah, it's like you have this grand vision about this partnership, but you're having a lot of trouble making the decision. It's that hesitation about commitment because of your fears based in what has happened to you before. And therefore, you're not accomplishing it. When you don't choose it, you don't receive the reward. The vision doesn't transpire when you don't commit yourself to it, when you don't choose it for yourself. And it's the past weighing on that. And that is a decision that you're making, because you're it may not be conscious, it may be subconscious, but like you have to go in and make it conscious to overcome this and have a new experience. But like when you're worrying about, well, this happened this one time, so I don't know if I should pursue this. It's like, no, like you have to choose, like, I want this, and I want it to be different than what I've experienced in the past. So like, I'm going to choose to commit to it and commit to making it different. Like there's an element here of like realizing that like you're in control of your destiny. And yeah, your actions are important, and like how you choose to move, but that starts with what's going on in your mind, with your like mental landscape. You're like what you're believing, what you're thinking is creating your reality. And right now it's creating this reality of kind of like being stuck in between, like having this dream and like being afraid to pursue it because the last time you tried to pursue it in the past, it didn't work out. But it's like something about the past, like that wasn't the dream. That was an experience, like setting you up to prepare you for actually like moving toward the dream. It's like you may have thought and like been working under the illusion that this past scenario was what you wanted, but it was really an experience to show you what you want versus what you don't want. It was a learning experience. It was a lesson to guide you and set you on the right trajectory for aligning you with what it is that you truly want. And some sort of sudden communication or like a sudden change in things or event is going to like shake up your world, like starting with your mental perspective, like to begin thinking about things in a new way in order to shift your mindset, shift your priorities and where you're placing your energy so that, you know, you're not moving back towards like a repeat of this past scenario, and you're not staying stuck in this, well, this and that and what if in between space, but moving you and your energy towards like your future, like getting going towards what it is that you really want and being successful in that. Let's look at the Three of Wands. Three of Wands again. Yeah, this is an emphasis on get your head out of everything that's not the future you want to see. And the future you want to see is some like a solid foundation that's like unshakable, where you are feeling good about your material world, your finances, your work. You're feeling good about this love connection and how things are going, how your family life is. And this, yeah, this is again highlighting that you have a choice to make. The reason you're not connecting with this dream, this vision that you want to see with your soul's highest trajectory, it's because like you're not choosing it for yourself. You're like mentally, energetically, you're choosing to stay in the potential energy of where you're at right now, of like stasis, immobility, like not moving. Because like if you haven't chosen to commit, you can't fail at it. You can't lose. You can't not make it, basically. But likewise, you can't achieve it either if you don't choose to pursue it and move toward it. Like, you can't get the reward without making the investment. In the same way, you can't experience a loss if you haven't made an investment. You can't experience a profit if you didn't make one either. It's like you're in this energy of just sitting there, like immobile. It's giving a very like the freeze state of fight, flight, or freeze. It's like a deer in the headlights energy. You're not exactly running from it. You're not fleeing, because your mind is like still attached to this vision of the future to some degree. It's like you want it, you know, somewhere inside you that it would feel good, that it's right, that it's aligned. But you're not fighting for it either. You're just like sitting there motionless, worrying about whether you should run or come toward it. And it's giving like a real hanged man energy, like just like being on pause. And like from this state, yeah, you can't lose, but you can't win either. So like you have to make a decision. You have to make a choice about how you're using your energy, and like questioning, like asking yourself, like, am I using this energy to get what I want? And I mean, I can see here that like at the time of this reading, that you're not. And that's the change that you have to make. It seems with the Tower here, though, the universe may be getting involved with like giving you a little push, a little encouragement to to make the investment so that you can get the reward that you seek. But that's still up to you how you choose to address it. Okay, there's a couple of things going on here. I feel like one of the things you're struggling with is a lack of confidence, a lack of... It's because of all the fear. It's like a lack of belief that you can actually have what you want, that you can build it, that you can actually like be successful and get this going. There's another message here about this like Queen of Wands in reverse though, that's an energy that you're needing to set a boundary with. That like someone in your life has been like kind of catty, combative, maybe like manipulative. And it's like that's that energy of the past that you need to cut off. Both like in the physical and, you know, even if you've already cut things off with that in the physical, it's not cut off in your mind. And that's really where you need to make the adjustment and shut that out for your own health, for your own growth, for your ability to feel more comfortable and confident investing in and pursuing what it is that you want and knowing that you can be successful, because you absolutely can. You really can. There's a lot of stability and security, like surety, abundance that you can experience when you give yourself wholly to what it is that you want to see in your life. And you haven't been doing that. You've been doing like, it's almost like you're like, well, I could give this much, but it doesn't feel safer to give more. It's like you have to take a risk to benefit here. Like if you don't make a move, you can't lose, but you can't win either. And that's the real thing of this. And you're needing to make this transition, and it is primarily a mental transition, a shift in your perception, a shift in your thoughts, the way you're looking at things is what's truly needed here. Okay, let's pull a couple of oracle cards. Yeah. The crown chakra, you're very up in your head, and what's been going on in your head is not serving you. It's keeping you stuck. And as I've mentioned before, that's where the shift primarily needs to be. Or, you know, other things may need to shift too in accordance, but it starts with how you're thinking about things. Door to spirit. And the root chakra. So, yeah, there's this dynamic, like what you're overthinking, what you're up in your head about. It's like there's fear surrounding following this more spiritual path. More often than not, when we follow our soul's true desire, it feels very risky. It feels very threatening to our nervous system, to our, our established existence, our mundane, like physical existence. It can feel like, it can make you feel like you're crazy at times, but as I've mentioned, like, you can't reap the real benefits if you're not taking a real risk. And like your soul's calling, it's like like aligning with that, with your like true purpose and desire in this life. It's the biggest reward you could imagine for yourself. In fact, like, when we do that, it always exceeds our expectations. It exceeds our imagination of what we can conceive for ourselves. And when something is that big of a payoff, it's a big risk that you have to take. And there's a concern of security that is getting in the way of you taking action. There's a lot of like caution here. Of like wanting to hold on and like feel secure, but it's like if you're so worried about losing out and disrupting like your established sense of security, then you won't ever achieve what you really want, which is actually like a deeper sense of security. Something that, like a security that feels more secure, so to speak. Yeah, and the level of security and groundedness that you feel when you truly come in alignment and contact connection with your soul's true purpose and trajectory, there is nothing that feels more secure than that. So like if you're like sitting here, like I'm like picturing someone like in a cave surrounded by like gold coins and treasure, like Scrooge McDuck or something. It's like if you have such a fear of losing your money and like losing that security, that you're just like sitting there with what you've got, you're never going to achieve more. So like this thing I'm seeing, like you could sit in this cave with the riches that you have presently and like sit there and guard it. But it's like, as you sit there with what you've got, nothing is changing. Yeah, you're not losing it. You're not out there spending it. You're there on guard. No one can come in and steal what you've got. But that also like holds you there. It's a form of imprisonment. It's robbing you of the opportunity to go out and reap the benefits of the riches, the stability that you have at present. It's robbing you of the opportunity to take some of what you have and like invest it somewhere else with the possibility of like earning more, of achieving more, and being able to bring that back to your home, to your little cave, and add to the wealth, to the prosperity that you already have. And so I'm using this analogy like with the gold coins. This isn't necessarily talking about your financial situation, although it could be, or that could be a factor. But this is like wealth, abundance, prosperity comes in many forms. Like, it's not just money and material resources. It's emotional wealth, it's spiritual wealth, it's having love, it's having connection, it's having respect and compassion. It's there's so much more to feeling prosperous than what you can see. So, yeah, you're just sort of like sitting here with what you've got, not risking losing any of it, and at the same time not risking gaining anything more. I mean, you could keep sitting here forever if you so choose, but is that going to make you happy? No. You could deceive yourself into thinking that you're good, that it's going to make you happy, but that it's just that. It's a deception. And it's time for a shift in your perspective to make this transition. Because this possibility of what could be is still lingering in your mind, in your energy. And like this is something that you can't let go. Or if you keep pushing it away, you keep putting it off, then you're just putting yourself in an experience of mediocrity and letting the possibility of what you could achieve haunt you ongoing forever. Because like it won't, your soul's purpose, your soul's calling, your soul's desire will not just fall away. It will not just disappear. It's not something you're ever going to forget about. It's going to keep knocking at your door until you exit your body. And you can hide in your living room and pretend no one's knocking. And you can pretend you don't hear it, but it's going to keep knocking. And if you don't answer the door, it'll knock louder. Perhaps you're in the back and you didn't hear. But yeah, you have to ask yourself how long you're going to let this go on, this situation of just like sort of hanging in this in-between space, in this liminal space of being afraid to pursue the highest and best outcome for yourself in this life. Okay, so if this reading resonated, give it a like, comment down below, share it with someone, subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you for letting me read for you. I hope this is helpful on your journey. I hope this gives you some insight and reassurance to get things going and do what you need to do to make yourself happier from the soul level. If you're interested in a personal reading with me, exploring this more, or taking a look at something else, you can see how to do that below. And I will see you next time. Bye, Gemini.